So now if you guys want to stay in contact with me, holla at the kid. This is my contact information. You can find out all the stuff that I got going on through that. That's link bio, L-N as in Nancy, K period bio. You can screenshot that / Tiger.Toledo. Tiger.Toledo. So stay in contact with me, man. I love hearing your success stories. Even if there's anything I could do to help out, if I have to make a video or whatever to help out the situation, let me know. That's what I do. For those that have not joined the Notary Cashflow Academy, just wanted to let you guys know. So this is a special invitation that we're doing. Usually we have the Notary War Room exclusive for our members, but we decided to roll out a couple of free special invites for people. That way, hold on one second. That way you guys can see what we're doing on the internal side. Like the Notary War Room, we get busy. We really get busy. So you get on here live with me as well as a couple of other instructors, and they will navigate. Like if you had a question, we're answering them and we're showing you in real time how to navigate through those problems. So if you're interested, right now we're doing a 50% off. Just type in stampingfordollars.com and entered the coupon code CASHFLOW 2021. That's CASHFLOW 2021. Original price is $497. You'll be able to get access for $248.50. So we're going to be hosting some live interactive workshop. It starts January 14th, 2021. So that is going to be on fire right there. Look, I stay in my lane, and my lane is cash flow. I help businesses cash flow. I don't get into the whole, legalities of, hey, how do you do this loan document? If you've seen, I connect with people that do that. Like if you wanted someone to go over certain type of real estate documents with you, I have people on my team that can break down that all the way down to a science, which we're actually going to have. Well, Renee is really good with that. So she's going to give you some insights on that. And then we also have a few other instructors that are fire with it. So if you're interested, go to stampingfordollars.com and enter the coupon code CASHFLOW 2021 for 50% off. So you can enroll today, and you'll also get access to a whole bunch of other videos as well. So just go over a couple of people that have taken the course so you guys can actually listen to what they got going on. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Castillo Molina, and I'm a notary in the state of California. I'm in this business because I want to help people, but at the same time, I want to support my family. So at the beginning, I thought that the only requirement to make money in this business was to have my stamp and to know the law of my state. And that's true. I need to have my stamp and I need to know the law of my state. But also we need, and I'm telling you, we need to learn how to market ourselves and how to sell at the same time. So I'm with Tiger Toledo. And when you rock with the best, you're going to get results. Since I started the program, I started to make money because I learned how to market myself, and also I learned how to sell. So I recommend Tiger Toledo because when you rock with the best, you're going to get the results that you want.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Now, it's all about the Benjamins, what y'all want to do? It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Hey, what's good? Jamal right here letting you know that Notary Cashflow Academy is the business. For me, it's been a 360 turnaround since me and Brother Toledo, which is the instructor of Cashflow Academy, started having coaching sessions back in the winter season of this year. I would say the greatest thing I picked up from the brother and the Cashflow Academy so far is not looking at me just being a mere notary and being like a worker bee type of notary, just doing closings after closings. He elevated my mind to look at this as a business, or me as a businessman, like Jay-Z said. So, you know, we have and we continue to discuss strategy about passive income, about social media branding, me and him bounce great ideas off each other. But man, the main thing I got from the Academy is position myself as a businessman and having the confidence to negotiate my worth when I'm working with these signing service companies. But yeah, overall, you know, he has tons of value. He doesn't mind sharing his personal resources that work for him and his company and his signing service agency and his academy. You know, he definitely teaches you all the things, the mindset, the tools, and the right approach to this notary industry, so you can become, you know, whatever you want to become and gain whatever you want to gain out of this. So I definitely recommend the Notary Cashflow Academy. You know, it's the best thing popping out there. His coaching sessions is unbelievable. You know, they definitely are worth the investment. So Tiger Toledo, Nate, shout out to Tiger Toledo, Cashflow Academy. I know it's going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And, you know, whether you need a testimony from me, bro, I'm here for you. Thank you. And if you guys are hesitating or thinking about joining the Academy. Is very, very affordable, and you're going to learn an immense amount of information, immense amount of insight, and not just mere information, the right mindset. All right, peace out. One.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Now, Dr. Tech, which is Tech Amaku, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, brother. He is going to be on the next Notary War Room, which is in January. We just have to lock down a date. He is going to talk to you guys about how he used the call script to actually close one assignment, one notary assignment. He made $1,200. So I mean, like, I didn't even do that, right? I've never even hit that type of mark before, and he blew it out the water. He positioned himself really, really good and used the call script. If you guys haven't had a chance to grab the call script, that is on Amazon.com. If you guys want to get the $250,000 call script, you guys can get it there. But yeah, that call script, it has principles that work for really any business, but I tailor-made it for the notary business. So it looked like we have Renee on here. Let me see. Renee, are you on here?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, let's see if we can get better visual here. Let's get this. Let me see where you're at. And let me see. How come I can't see your video, Renee?
I have two myself on here.
Okay, there you go. Boom. We in, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, everybody, help me welcome Renee Dentman to the Notary War Room. I like to call her my protege, right? Because she's doing some amazing things out there in California, and I wanted to make sure that she kicked off this Notary War Room thing with you guys. Renee, introduce yourself, my dear.
Hello, you guys. Good morning, good afternoon. California is still morning. My name is Renee Dentman. I am the founder of California Notary Agency, and I am happy to be here today.
Awesome. So give people a little bit about your background, because like you didn't start off in a notary agency, right? Like you have a different profession. What profession is that?
Oh, excellent, excellent. So I'm a part of the military. I am also an accountant. I have my master's in accountancy, so I work for corporate companies. And then also I started my own company in 2018. So I am still new to entrepreneurship, but I have a couple years behind my back.
Now, tell people about the other business that you have going on.
Oh yeah. So my other business is called Instantaneous Pet Service. It's a pet service company in Los Angeles, California. We provide pet transportation, pet boarding, and also pet walking for your lovely fairy four animal.
Awesome, awesome. So let me ask you this: like, okay, you're an accountant in the corporate structure. You have a business that's doing well already in the pet industry. What made you want to get into the whole notary business?
Well, that's a really lovely question. Well, don't take anything that I say offensively, but it was by surprise.
Mhm.
Um, I am a Zeta Phi Beta, so I'm part of a sorority, African American sorority, and one of my sorority sisters, we were celebrating a new year. It was around this time last year, and I love entrepreneurship, and I wanted to talk to other people about entrepreneurship, and she said she has her own entrepreneurship, and I said, "What business do you have?" And she said that I have a notary company. And I was like, and I kind of looked down on her like, a notary company? Like, okay, that's not an entrepreneurship. Little did I know that that was a gym. And so she kind of told me, I said, okay, well, me speaking numbers, let me see. So I said, well, how much do you make in a month and a half? She said, 3 grand. I said, how much do you make in that? I said, what are you doing? Are you part-time? She said, I have a full-time job and I do this part-time. I said, what is this? She said, I'm a loan signing agent. And then that's when she went on to AZ, and I was hit. And so at that moment, 2 days later, I signed up and I've just been going ever since.
Interesting. So, and a lot of people really sleep on the notary agents, being a notary public. Because I remember when I told people that I was going to be a notary public, they laughed at me. They literally like, notary public, what the hell? You got to just stamp papers and get paid $1? I was like, all right, sleep on it if you want to. I'm gonna go get this paper, right? After, and this is my wife, this is my sister-in-law, this is my cousin. After they start seeing some of those checks, they was like, how do I become a notary now? Right?
Right. And at that point, I trained up my two sisters. I trained up another sorority sister. I have a lot of people that just followed my lead. They said, well, let me see, is it really working? And after I just personally made in 6 months 50K, they were just like, sign me up. What are you doing? How can I join? You're doing this part-time? I'm like, yes, absolutely.
Matter of fact, let's talk about that a little bit. You said 50K. How long did it? Okay, first of all, how long have you been a notary?
I haven't been a notary that long. So I got my commissioning in January. Remember this time last year, we had that conversation. I signed up, I want to say about December the 10th, started taking my classes, passed my test. I got my commission January the 10th, but I sat on it. I was juggling, as you see, I was juggling a lot of things. I didn't open it back up until April, about April the 15th. That's when I started making money from this, right? And it was only because of COVID, to be honest. Like, yes, I had something that I can put in my back pocket if I wanted money, but I didn't really launch that business until April of 2020 this year. And so because of that, I was able to kind of get a lot of money while a lot of people were not making money. And that's pretty much how it got started. And at that point, I was different than any other notary. I was there for a mission. Like, I wasn't just there to make a couple extra dollars. I wanted to see, how far can I go with this? Like, how can I just move past and bring everybody away from me that needed to go? And how can I just create an empire of this? And so I just started, and she told me about this one company, which was a good foundation. And based off of that, I was making only like $65 an hour, $75 an hour, just kind of getting my feet wet. But after that, someone gave me a call saying, can you do a notarization for $100? That's when I was like, the sky is the limit. And so I just started to pull mentors, and they showed me how to make more than what I was making at that time, 65 an hour.
Interesting, interesting. So you've been a notary less than a year.
Yes, less than a year. Officially, May the 1st, I would say.
Wow. Wow. So you went from $65 an assignment to
Yes.
100. So let's unpack that a little bit, because now you're earning anywhere from 175 and up, right?
Yes, absolutely. I got my first $300.
What changed from the $65 mark to damn near doubling and tripling your transaction size? What happened? What did you start doing differently?
Okay, well, that's it. I started to understand in what is signing service versus what is a direct service. What is an escrow officer? And how can I get in front of an escrow officer? That's when I started to do my homework and investing in a lot of different training courses, like your course and a lot of other people's courses, just to see what is the difference where I can have that knowledge. Well, during COVID, at that time, a lot of people say go direct marketing and things to that nature. I couldn't afford it. In regards to timing, timing is precious for me. So at that point, I just started emailing and asking other people, okay, what companies are you with? I started getting on Facebook forums, and I started to really make precious relationship with people. I have a lot of mentors in this industry, and I would not have made it this far if it wasn't for them. They share gems to me. They share direct companies that they are with. And because of that, I started just going up the ladder. It was $100. And I'm like, well, someone else just told me they're making 150. Well, let me up it. And a lot of people was kind of scared of upping their prices because they thought the volume was going to decrease. I wasn't scared because of the volume. I said, I'm not leaving my house unless it's $150. And once they started to see my work, once they started to see like, okay, she is making error-free work. She is like really taking care of her client, great reviews from the bar, then that's when everything kind of started to change. So at this point, if it's not $150, I'm not taking it. And my average is 175, and the most that I receive is 300 at this point. And it only took a short amount of time.
Yeah, shit, from April. Goodness. So correct me if I'm wrong, right? So you started building relationship with, like I like to call them OQP, only qualified people, right? You started building relationships with these people. You invested in the coaching, and you started to master your skills, not like in a broad term. You specifically went after the real estate side of it. See, I think a lot of reasons why notaries don't do so well is because they become this jack of all trades, right? You want to do everything. Like, I'll notarize this, I'll notarize that. That's fine, but you want to narrow your niche. You want to be specific in what you're doing. So I think because, like you said, you were turning in work that was error-free, right?
Yes.
So with that, could you imagine the conversations that are happening in the back office with the escrow and title agency? It'd be like, man, she is on point. Oh my God, we missed that document and she got that done for us. That's the conversation that's happening behind closed doors. Let's make her a priority. Like any work that we get, let's send it to Renee Dentman and California Notary Agency. So salute to you on that. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about was, you said that you wanted to approach this business differently.
Yes, I did. What I mean by that is there's like a unspoken rule that you shouldn't go direct after 30, well, not even 30, like a year.
Really?
Maybe 6 months. That's what they advertise. They say a new notary public, new commission should not go direct because they don't want you to make those errors that most people do make. You know, I have to go back and you missed the signature, so you have to go back, and it's a bad reputation on yourself because this is an industry that your name is everywhere. It's on every document. So your name is literally golden. And so I already knew how to be a professional. I worked in corporate. I worked hand by hand with CEOs, CFOs in my line of work. So it wasn't something that I was scared to do. I had the skills to move forward. And so once I started to see an interview that someone did it in 30 days and she looked just like me, I said, why not? I said, I can do it too. And so that's what I did. I made sure that if I had speed dial mentors, if I had a problem, if I had a situation, I can put them on speed dial. If one wasn't answering my phone, I was calling the next one. I have about like 5 to 10 mentors that I can call at any point of the day. And yeah, it works for me.
Are you guys getting this, ladies and gentlemen? She's dropping some serious gems on here for you guys. Like she's given you a formula that has worked for her in a very short period of time. Like she doesn't wait. Like she busts the gun. Like I call it pulling the trigger, right? She doesn't sit on information. I can tell you from experience, there's times we've had fun. We've done she'll be on the phone with a client and we'll be texting back and forth to each other. And then like, I'll be like, oh, say this or say that. And then like, boom, she'll close the deal like right there on the spot. So having these mentors, having these coaching programs, having these academies, don't be afraid of investing in yourself. That is what's going to take you to that next level. If you don't invest in yourself, you can't expect to, go from 0 to 60 in just a few months. You have to invest in yourself. I love that. So Renee, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, you said you earned $50,000 in 6 months running your own notary business. I love numbers like that. Talk to me. Let's unpack that.
Well, not a problem. Do you have that picture that we can show, if you don't mind?
Slides, yes. I'll pull it up right now. And you guys, since you guys are on here, while I'm pulling up the chat, the slide, can you guys type in your questions? Because we're going to do a quick Q&A at the tail end of everything. So you guys have a chance to ask Renee some questions here.
Excellent.
And if you guys haven't signed up for the Notary Cashflow Academy, use the coupon code CASHFLOW2021 to get 50% off. Okay, here it is. Renee, is it the Zoom webinar photos? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Give access to that. Share screen.
So what he's pulling up, you guys, is just proof. I think that someone can do better than me. If you have the skill sets, you can definitely do better than what I produce. So as you scroll down, all the way down, perfect. So this is one. I'm not sure if you can pull it up more, but as you see, this is pretty much more than 6 months. But if you can add just those months when I got started, this tells you the volume. Scroll down a little bit to the green one, the graph. Okay, it tells, so the one above that tells you how many signings I did per month. The green shows you how much money that I was bringing in every single month. And when you just do that adding, you can see that I was past, like right now I'm at 62K, right? And I'm not even done with the end of the year. It can show you that I made 10K already in the month of December. So what I'm trying to tell you is it's possible. This is the proof. And I love this system. This system, if you don't know, I'm a nerd when it comes to accounting. It's Notary Gadget. I'm totally a fan of it. It's a scheduler, and also it keeps track of everything. So if you don't have it now, definitely I'll drop the link in the chat and you can sign up and get it. But pretty much that's the proof. I took it and I ran with it, and I only did it part-time. So this is what I look at it like. If this is my formula, if you do 20 signings in a week or less, you are considered part-time. If you do over 21 signing in a week, you're considered full-time, even though if you have part-time hours. And so as you see, I didn't do more than 30 signings in a week. So I was always part-time doing it. And so I have other things that I was juggling. But if I can do it, definitely you can do it. And I did it during COVID. So if people are saying that there's no money out there to make during COVID, well, that's what I shift. I shift and I definitely pivot to something like this. And it was possible.
Mm. Look, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The proof is in the pudding. The money is right there. You can't get more detailed than this. This is the chart. This is what we do. This is what we do. We put numbers on the board, baby. We put numbers on the board. Any other slides you want me to go over right now while I have this open?
No, those are primarily the slides that I wanted to focus on. Absolutely.
Okay. And this is your website here.
Yes.
Let me zoom out a little bit. And it's a great looking website, by the way. I love the way this website looks. So California Notary Agency, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are looking for notaries in the California market, she is phenomenal. We've done deals together. Website is on fleek. She knows what she's doing. Matter of fact, let's talk about that for a second. You have made the transition from notary public, self-employed notary public to agency. What was that about? Like, why did you decide to go the agency route?
So I pretty much knew that I wanted more. I took a bite and I saw what I can transpire in 6 months. I know that there was a way for me not to be exhausted, which I wasn't doing part-time, but I knew that I couldn't be in 20 different places at once. And I started to say, there must be a way. And that way led me to you. And you have been my mentor for the last 3 months. And you have shown me how to run an agency and have other people work for you, where you sit in your home office or in your official office and you can make calls and you make the same amount of money while they go out there and they do the work on your behalf. So that's what I have done for the last, 60 days. And I currently still do signings too. So yeah, I think that it has been such an amazing thing to do. I wanted to always know, okay, I have mastered this. What is the next level? I'm always looking, what can I master? What can I move forward? Indeed. And so the next belt was creating an agency.
Now, let's wow, hey, your site has grown since the last time I see you. You got business coaching on here. I love it. All type of like, she does her thing, man. Ladies and gentlemen, she really, really does her thing. How is that different? Like, because you still do notarizations. I still do notarizations as well. But then a large part of my business has expanded into other estates. And so how has that been working for you?
So the question is, how do I juggle an agency while I juggle other things?
Yeah.
Truly, it's time management. Okay. It's time management and growing a team. I have a team. I just don't run this company by myself. So I literally knew that, hey, yes, I'm an accountant, but I need a bookkeeper. Yes, I need a schedule dispatch. I need a coach like you to help me when I'm in a jam. And I need people that I can trust starting off, right? So when my first signing when my first escrow office win, and she called me for $250, right, signing, I split that and I called up one of my sorority sisters. Hey, are you available to do this signing? Someone that I trust at that moment to make sure I work out all the little bugs in my agency, right? Once I was able to do that, now I have over, I want to say 50 new hires that are looking for me to send orders to.
Mm. Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is look, I got a notary agency website, and I'm not afraid to say it. Her website blows my shit out the water, straight up and down. Her shit is fly as hell. This is the type of website you want for your notary agency, because you have to understand something. Perception is huge in this industry. Remember, you are dealing with legal documents. If people believe that you are working out of your basement, which you can be, there's nothing wrong with that, but you do not want to give that perception that you are operating out of your basement. You want to look like you're operating out of Sears or Willis Tower in downtown Chicago on the very top penthouse floor. You want to have that type of professionalism as well as perception, because that is what they're looking for, especially when you're attacking the high-end clients. The last thing they want to do is, like, I could tell you, I lost deals because my 2-year-old decided to, interject in the phone call. So it's very, very important that you guys look as professional as possible. Spend a little extra money on that website. Listen, without a website right now, like, websites are mandatory. That's the new business card. People are going to go on your website probably first before they even call you. And they're going to look to see what you're about. And if your website looks like shit, they're going to think your service is shit. It makes sense? Okay, so let's go back to this here. Wow, we got a nice full room today, Renee. A lot of people are on here coming to check you out. I love it. I love it. Give me a second here. I'll pull this up. Yeah, the room is packed. The room is packed. They want to hear everything, Renee. And Renee, anything you want to add while I'm pulling up something here?
I just encourage anyone that is on this Zoom call to not overdo it. I think that the first thing is, whatever state that you're in, start to figure out how to become a notary. If you're already a notary, right? And if you're not a notary, go to your Secretary of State, pick up the phone and just call them. I don't know how to get started, what is required. If it's California, hey, I know everything about California, how to get started and become a notary agency, right? Not agency, become a notary public. So with that being said, I think that that's where you should start. From that, I think that you should get a mentor. Definitely, I highly suggest that. Not one, not two, not three. I would say a total of 5 people. And it doesn't matter if they've been in the game for 1 month or they've been in the game for 10 years. Because one thing, I get a call all the time. Well, how long have you been a notary? Well, does that really matter? Because I know how my skill sets are and how I am. I'm going to outdo anybody that's 10 years older than me, right? Or even 20 years older than me in the game. Because I read a lot. I make sure I assume a lot. And I pull on people to give me the knowledge that I cherish. So that's one of the things that's different than myself than others. And I think that you should do the same. If you don't have those skill sets, start to develop those skill sets. Start finding people. Like one of my really good friends, she's in New York. She's one of my good friends from the last 8 months of me being a notary, right? And how I met her. I didn't go to New York in COVID. I met her on a Facebook forum. And now I talk to her every day. She keep me up to date on what's going on with the knowledge, what's different in New York. When they got their executive hearing for them to do e-notarization, California would never do it. So I think that it's all about networking. The key is networking, networking, networking.
Solid advice. Solid. Let me ask you this. So how much did marketing and sales play a role in the success, the quick success to your business? How much of marketing, like branding yourself and marketing your business, how much does that play a role in your?
A huge role. I can just tell you a story.
Yes.
Everyone should get a Google My Business page. If you don't know what it is, I'll put it in the chat. That's one thing that you definitely need to get, right? But I just don't do that. I make sure that when I leave that signing, if they love me, I redirect them to my review page on Yelp, on Google, on 123 Notary. I make sure that I get a lot of reviews, right? That it can show other people that's coming to me, looking at my page, looking at my agency to know what type of quality work. And so that's a little secret how I just don't direct market. I make sure that I follow up after with, please leave us a review. It takes 25 seconds. And that goes a long way, because even though if you got all of these marketing, where is recommendations? Where is reviews that the work does work, right? It does happen. And a lot of my borrowers, they pretty much tell me, or my signers say, you made this process very painless. Okay, well, I need other people to know that, hey, if they use my company, if they use me, I can make it painless for them, because it's overwhelming. 150 pages of loan documents for you to sign your life away. You want somebody that's experienced. You want somebody that's really passionate, and make it fun while you're sitting there for a whole entire hour. And so that's what I do. And I get referrals from my borrowers. Oh, you need to make sure that you use Renee for your notary, even though it's a whole different loan, it's a whole different lender, whole different escrow company. And that's direct marketing with my borrowers when I sit at the table. You brought me there, I'm going to make sure they know who I am. And I leave with a business card. My business card is my name. And on my business card, my direct marketing is my face. I make sure my face is on every business card. Right. Hi, you won't forget who Renee is. And so that's how I do a lot of my marketing at the table.
Nice. That's it's so important that you really hone in on your marketing, because listen, we are living in the 21st century now. The way people were doing business back 10 years ago is not as effective as it is today. I'm not going to say it's not effective at all. I'm just saying it's not as effective. There are many, many ways that you can reach masses of people in a very short period of time. That's why a lot of you notaries are putting posts up on Instagram. But the problem is you're heavily reliant on just Instagram or Facebook, and you're hoping to get clients from that. And that's not enough. So you have to start marketing yourself and your business that is adjacent with today's times. Okay. So one more question, Renee. How does a person become a notary in California?
Wow, that's a powerful question. So, how you become a notary in California is the hardest. But it's just a waiting game. So let me just say, in Missouri, right, you can be a notary in a day or a week. That's point blank. In New York, you can be a notary in 2 weeks, less than a month. In California, because of COVID, it's going to take you about 2 to 3 months to be a notary. Doesn't mean that you're going to have your commission package, but all the steps that it takes. So in California, you have to take a 6-hour course. It can be done online or in person. You can do it all in a day, or you can do it all in a week, right? Once you have your passing of your certificate that you took a 6-hour course, just like going to driving school, right? The class, then at that point, you can sit for the state exam by the Secretary of State, right? And take a 45-question test, and you have 1 hour. At that point, you then submit your application. So California is different. They're going to make sure you did your course, study. They're going to make sure you take the test before they even give you the application to apply as a notary public. Once you do the notary public application, you'll figure out in 2 weeks if you pass the test. If you pass the test, everything gets shipped to the Secretary of State. At that point, it would take them about 60 days for them to release your commission right now in COVID times, right? Before, it only took them about maybe 3 weeks to 4 weeks for them to send it over to you. So the process takes longer. And then at that point, like any other place, right? You have to go to your local county office, right? Once you have your commission, get your bond, get your E&O and those things. But at the end of the day, it does take about, I would tell people, 90 days to be a commissioned notary public in California.
Wow.
So if you're interested, you need to start now. So you can, move forward 1st of March.
Let me ask you this. Are you helping people with that process?
Yes. So as you see on the screen, business coaching. So I offer that. So I tell you step by step, and I help you literally. I take your hand and I walk you through all of the steps. Not only do I do that, by summer of 2021, I will be releasing an ebook, right? Where it tells you how to be a notary in California and how to market your business too. Business, not just, oh, I'm a notary public, or, oh, you know, I'm a loan signing agent. I'm telling you, start a business account, right? Do Google My Business. Just starting everything. A lot of people do not have business accounts. I'm an accountant, so I do everything the right way, right? And so you don't have problems at the end. So if you want that type of training, that's what I offer. I offer mentorship. And I believe a couple of my mentors are on this Zoom right now. So they can just let you know, like, literally, I make sure you're successful at the end of the day. And I want you to outdo me. If you can make 60 in a month, I want you to make 100 in a month. And I just want the best for everyone, because there's money to be made, like you always say.
I say this all the time. Life is not a marathon, it is a relay race. I don't want to run the whole goddamn race, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. I want to run as fast as I can, and I want to hand the baton to the next person. This person happens to be California Notary Agency, Renee Dentman, and she's taking it and she's running with it to the next level. And then all of the other special guests that we bring on here, these are people that, like, they handed the baton to me, I hand the baton to them, and then it just keeps going, and it goes and it goes, and it gets better and better and better. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So with that being said, let's start going into the Q&A, because golly, we got a lot of questions on here already. So let's check this out. Let me pull up this chat.
I think Tech had a really good question. We'll save that for the end. No, I was just reading some of them.
Tech said, really, really great information. Renee is blowing it out of the water. Nice job, lady. Nice. The reviews, yeah, the review is good as cash. Like, you have to think of it this way, on a psychological level, right? People think in groups, right? So if they're reading a review and you have a favorable review, the way they look at it is, if that person was treated well, with respect, and they were helped out and they like this company, 9 out of 10 times, I'm probably going to get the same type of treatment. But if it's a nasty review, like, these people suck, they treated me like shit, and this and that, they're going to relate that, hey, if I use them, I'm probably going to get the same type of treatment. So reviews are very, very important. Let's see here. Tasha Lenore says, I am a notary public with my commission. How do I become a signing agent for real estate? Renee?
Yes. So the first thing I highly recommend, is not required, because I didn't start this process in April. I think I got officially approved with the NNA literally maybe June. So I was a loan signing agent before I actually was NNA approved, but it's very limited. So this, as you see right there, it says it's a symbol, National Notary Association on the screen. So you have to go there, right? That's where I highly recommend. You have to pay like $70, right, to take their test and to get their background clean. They are a nonprofit organization, but they are the Association for Notary Publics, right? So every escrow office, direct company, they're going to ask you, are you NNA certified? So what that means is simply just taking a test that you can, it's an open book test, so you can't do poorly, right? And then secondly, a background check. Once all of that is up and running, you are going to now be officially on signingagent.com page. And now you are a loan signing agent, right? I recommend that one, you hire me to be your coach. You hire Toledo to be your coach, or you go online and you look up the different loan packages, right? There are sample packages online. What is a 1003, right? What is a closing disclosure? You got to know exactly what you're doing. So I definitely recommend going on YouTube to look at a lot of videos of what comes into a 150-page document. Once you're there, you're good to go. I recommend you putting yourself on Notary Stars, Notary Rotary, 123 Notary, you name it, all of those platforms, because that's when people are going to call you randomly. You're not even going to know who the escrow company, but all you need to know is how much, when, what day. I'm there, yes. And always say yes. That's the secret. Even if you're not available, move around your schedule. A lot of notaries like, oh, I got a call for 9 a.m., but I already got something on my schedule. I say yes. I'm yes, I can take it. Yes. What else do you have? What else do you have? That's my response, right? So if I have 2 9s, like today, I had 2 9 o'clocks, right? And I was like, oh man, I have this webinar, right? I can't be late to this, right? So I asked my 9 o'clock, hey, can you move it to 1:30? And then the other 9 o'clock, can you move it to 7 a.m.? They say, you work? I work from 5 a.m. all the way to midnight. If I can fit in those hours, why not? And I know other people are working from home. They understand things. And so that's what I do. So I make double the money by saying yes. That's the secret.
Wonderful. And you touched on a really good point. Communication is key in this business. If you are running late for an appointment, don't just show up late. Communicate with the client, communicate with your customers, let them know traffic, flat tire, whatever. They appreciate that communication. They appreciate you just giving them a friendly heads up. Just say, hey, look, there's a car accident on 95. I'm heading your way.
That is true.
That's it. That's all you have to do. It doesn't have to be pulling teeth. You don't have to like show up not take accountability for not showing up on time. Communicate with them beforehand. Be able to see 5 steps ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Renee.
And I just think that in California, one of the good things and bad things is the 405 traffic, right? Rush hour. Like it can literally be 5 miles away and that can take you 30 minutes. Like 5 miles, 30 minutes, you can run there faster than you can actually drive, right? But people are understanding, right? But it's all about communication. Yes. I literally use Notary Gadget. They text me the number with my appointment. And at that point, it gives me a reminder. I text my bar, hey, I have this script. Hey, due to LA traffic, I'm going to be 5 minutes late. And I let them know, hey, I'm 2 minutes away, right? And I always give them updates, status update. I'm 10 minutes away. They appreciate that. They're as if they're in the car with me and they're driving along, right? And I'm like, I'm parked. I'm getting my bags. I'm just doing the extra mile. You don't have to do it, but that makes me different than my other peers.
Right. Absolutely.
So,
go ahead. Keep going. Keep it going.
No, but that really it does work. And they really appreciate it. So now it's not, when I arrive, it's not, oh, well, you're 10 minutes late. It's more so, well, can I get you water? Can I get you a soda? Like, we're just happy that you came. We understand. So it's more of those that they are super appreciative, right? That I just got there, right? And I got there safely, right? And especially it's COVID. They're just like, we're so happy. And I always show up with a mask. So they understand. And I ask extra precautions. I said, would you like me to take my shoes off? To every house. Yes, I'm doing the overboard, but they appreciate it. Sometimes they just look at me like, seriously, you really asked me that question? No, come on in. But at that point, I'm respecting everything that I possibly can. So therefore, when I'm asking for that review, they're giving me that review. When I'm asking for that escrow officer, they're giving me that escrow officer. When I'm asking for that loan officer, I open the door because I respected their house. I respected their residency. I respected everything. Their time, I'm saying I'm getting there fast as I can or whatever. So I think those little things are the gems to your success more than my success.
Absolutely. And you know, it's interesting that you say that, like something as simple as asking that, you know, take off your shoes. You deal with a lot of nationalities in this business. Middle Eastern people, that is a custom. Like that's almost like that's what they do. So by you showing respect, by saying, hey, I'm gonna take off my shoes. So, like me personally, I do it automatically. I don't even ask them. I just take it off. Plus I'll be having some fly ass character socks anyway. So, but I go and I take off the shoes whether they ask me or not. And immediately that shows a level of respect, right? Because you're respecting their household. And again, because Middle Eastern, they believe that you are tracking energy and spirits from the outside into their home. By you doing that alone, you have almost like solidified yourself within their community to do business. Like, no, get her. She respects our culture. She understands it. First thing she did was hello. She took off her shoes and then she walked into the living room. We got the trust me, you, as small as that sounds, it will open up a lot of doors for you to make hella cash flow. So let's see what other questions we have. Everybody's loving this right here, Renee. You are fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much for the information. Looking forward to learning from you. That came from Tasha.
I saw like a tax question in there also.
Yeah, go ahead and read it off if you can.
Yeah, so I think it came from Tech. It was saying, we got lost up into it. So there was another question, how do you find mentors? And then it was also...
Okay, I see the one with Tech. It says, how do you handle taxes?
So remember, I am an accountant, but I'm not totally giving you, total advice. I can just give you advice from California, right? So California, in order for you to notarize anything, it's $15, right? So it's really great to be a notary in California. Why? Because you can exhaust your tax liability. What I mean by that, let's just say I had a signing that was $150, right? Well, of course, I have two signers. So each signer is $15, right? That I have to put in my notarization book and then I have to mark out. So with all of that being said, right? Well, if I do over 10, I owe no taxes for this particular signing. So it's a huge tax write-off. So one of the things is, once again, you have to take in consideration that you have to make sure that you count those notarization. Well, Notary Gadget allows you, once you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, you put in Notary Gadget and it does all of the information for you, right? It deducts that and it exhausts it. So if you don't understand, let me break it down. So if I go to someone asked me to do a notarization, right? A power of attorney, right? And I only charge them $50, but it's two signers, right? Of course it's 30. Well, now I can deduct $30 from my profit of the 50. Now I only have $20 more that I have to pay taxes on. So that's about 18% of taxes that I have to pay. But I'm going to deduct my mileage, which is right now, I believe 56 cents federally, right? So I'm going to make sure I deduct that. That's on Notary Gadget, right? My to and my from my house. And so now it's pretty much, I'm paying only about $15 now on that $50 profit. In California, that's how it works. And it works anywhere. But some states are not as high as California. And so that's one of the things that I highly recommend when it comes to tax deduction.
I hope that helps out, Tech. We had another question here. Let's see here.
And it's per signing. It's not per notarization. A lot of people get that confused. So you can deduct more per signing by the Secretary of State.
Awesome. Jamila Virgil says, I'm proud of you. She is the truth, y'all. Trina says, I like how she goes into detail.
And I think I know another question was, how do you find a mentor, right?
Yeah.
Well, I definitely recommend that you go into the Facebook forums, right? There's 100 of them for notaries, right? So if you don't know anything about Facebook forums, join a Facebook group. Type in notary or loan signing agent, and you drop in there, right? You'll see a lot of who's knowledgeable, who's not knowledgeable, and then you start to lean on to the knowledgeable people, right? And then you ask them, like, hey, I know that you're very knowledgeable in this group. Do you mind that we connect or we collaborate? That's how I even met a lot of people through that platform. And I know that recently, a lot of people on signingagent.com, someone gave me a call saying, hey, I know that you're on signingagent.com, which is published by the NNA, who says who's approved notaries, and just give them a call. Say, hey, I'm new to being a loan signing agent. I just wanted to know if you had some time, and I just wanted to touch base with you. Put yourself out there. Don't be scared to put yourself out there. To me, the whole US is my pool to play around with, right? And so I say that to say, hey, if you won't help me, I'm gonna find somebody else. If one door closed, I'm gonna open another one. Another one gotta open. So I'm not afraid for you to say no to me. Eventually your no is gonna be yes, or I'm gonna move and you're gonna eat my dust later, right? Because I asked you for help, you didn't want to help me. Now you're gonna come to me for help. That's how I think. I think that it's your loss, it's not my loss, right? And I'm just gonna keep climbing the ladder.
Love it. So here's another one. So Tamara says, hello all. You both are recommending that a notary, you should zero in on real estate loan signing. Hell no, Tamara. I'm not saying that.
No, that's just how I got started.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just how I got started, right? I got started into this industry through real estate closing, right? It was introduced me this way. If you hear Mr. Toledo, like his start, he wasn't even a notary. He started an agency before he even became a notary in Chicago. Did that make sense? So each person has their own story. In California, majority of direct escrow companies coming out of California. And that's just what introduced me, right? But now I just don't do that. Last night I did a power of attorney and I charged them $90. That has nothing to do with real estate, right? So I want to say no. If that's what you are looking for, you can go that route. I specialize in that route. I know a lot about it, and I have a lot of people that are more experts than me that I can plug in, right? So that was just easier how I got into the industry. But I kind of pulled away a little bit with loan signing. That's not all what I do. I do power of attorneys. I do trust packages. I love trust. I don't know if you know anything about a living trust, but baby, it's gonna give you some money. Literally here, I do a trust closing, $300, hands down.
Hey, let me add to that. Broke people don't get trust. Period. If you have a trust, you have assets. Broke people don't get trust. Continue, please.
Yeah, so I'm currently with a lot of networking groups, and with networking groups, I am introduced to real estate attorneys, right? Or family law attorneys, right? Where they handle a lot of different documents. And when it comes to that, I plug in with them. I'm their favorite notary agency, notary company, notary public, right? And they're just like, hey, we have a client, they don't want to sign in the office, which is free for them because, if you go to the office, they're not going to charge you for notarization, but they want to sign in their home. Okay, well, they don't offer that service. So they partnership with us, right? Any notaries. And guess what? It's easy. I don't have to print. I don't have to prepare. I don't have to print. I don't have to prepare. I don't have to do any of those things, if that makes any sense, right? All I come with my stamp and my pen, and I stamp and I sign. And I leave with more money than I did with loan signing.
So let me ask you, Renee, real quick. What's on the horizon for Ms. Dentman and California Notary Agency. What's on the horizon for you?
Not a problem, not a problem. So I kind of spoke a little bit about it. I'm launching my ebook for how to become a notary in California, and that can be across all states, right? It's just the hidden gems in there. So that should be coming out in the summer. My publisher. And then lastly, I'm in the process of getting approved with the Secretary of State to launch my training course to have the 6 hours. So yeah, we just put together all the training courses and everything. So now you'll be able to pay that at a very inexpensive rate to just, what is a notary public? What are the laws? What do I need? How do I prepare myself to be successful with that? So yeah, that should be coming out same time, summer of 2021.
Awesome. Now, how will people be able to access your ebook?
Oh, yes. So people on my website, as he stated, it's always updating, right? And so in my blogs, you can follow us on Instagram, California Notary Media. You can follow us on YouTube, California Notary TV. You can follow us on Facebook, California Notary Agency. We will definitely be getting pre-sales for it and also be officially putting publication of marketing material together once we release that.
So ladies and gentlemen, I put the link in the chat so you guys can check it out. It's California Notary Agency. We still have a few more questions. We'll take a few more questions before we sign out here real quick. So Mario says, I have a full-time job. Do you find that there is great demand for notary loan signing agents on the weekends? Great question, Mario.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I take this as just someone that blows me out of the water. Not only does she do weekend signings, but she does evening signings. She does signings at 8 p.m., right? She works for the state. She does signing at 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And then she does weekend signing past 8 o'clock, Saturday and Sunday. So if you make yourself available, you can. And guess how much she makes? $10K a month. So it's definitely possible. A lot of notaries don't do signings on Sunday. So there need people on Sunday to do signings. And so because of that, most notaries Monday through Saturday, they're exhausted, right? So if you, Mario, is interested in being a signing on Saturdays and Sunday only and Friday nights, it's possible. I know easily you'll make $1,000 easily with stress-free, easily.
Love it.
Absolutely.
So we have Erica. She says she would like to know how to set fees for various documents when setting appointments with clients. How would a person go about that? Or how would you go, Renee?
So it depends on the document. So I charge $15 per signer. So that's what the state allows me. And then the majority of that is how far it takes me. Is it a Christmas holiday? Is it a weekend? And so right now I charge $30, but a $60 mobile service fee. So I allocate it. So on the invoice, I wish I can pull it up, but yeah, for the service, it was within the law, which was $30, 2 signatures. But then I made extra money because I got to drive to you. I got to drive to you on a Sunday night after a holiday. You're going to pay me for that. And I didn't have to print a document. I just needed to bring my stamp and my pen, and that was it.
Awesome. Awesome. So
you have to know what your state requires. You have to know, like, does your state require notarization $2 a signature, $1 a signature, $5 a signature, $10 a signature, or $15 a signature? Remember, you guys, in California, it's per signature, not your signature, the signer's signature. So if it's a power of attorney, of course, that always requires 2 people. That's $30 already.
You guys don't require a witness out there?
So witnesses, we do. I charge $50 for a witness, but it's not as common unless it has to do with property out of state. Here you can do a will and you can have it witness, and that should be valid. but most people like notarization. So most of the times, if it's Florida, New York, or someone else, if we're doing documents that has to do with that, then, but it's not really common to have a witness in California unless it deals with out-of-state property.
Gotcha. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? We are about to wrap up on the show here. Let's. If you guys need to get in contact with Renee, go to California Notary Agency, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want to be in contact with me, you could go right to link.bio /Tiger.Toledo. We do have a special going on right now on the stampingfordollars.com. That is the Notary Cashflow Academy. We're going to be doing some live interactive courses. It starts January 14th, ladies and gentlemen. So January 14th, we're doing a live interactive workshop. Type in the coupon code CASHFLOW2021. It will give you 50% off. It'll be $248.50. Best $258 you'll ever spend, because we will dive in and then get your business cash flowing as much as possible. So any last words, Renee?
No, just go and thrive. I challenge all of you guys on the call to make more than what I made in 6 months. And I know you can do it. I want to hear people making $60,000 in 6 months, $70,000 in 6 months. Like since we're in December, this is the perfect time. I don't know if you guys do vision boards or goals for 2021, but I want to say by summertime, where are you going to be? What number do you want? And what are you going to thrive for? And that's how I conclude it. And don't be scared.
Love it. Love it. Well, thank you guys for tuning into the Notary War Room with Renee Dentman of California Notary Agency. Check her out. She's on fire. She'll steer you in the right direction. Like our whole thing here with the Notary War Room, this was a special invite. Normally we do this only for our members only, but because we wanted to share some of this knowledge, because we're sitting on a plethora of it, we want to see more people cash flow. So whether you guys sign up for the Academy or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you're making more money and you are cash flowing and helping out your family, all we ask is that you pay it forward. You know, if you learn something from us today, reach out to another notary and then tell them some of the knowledge that you learned so they can cash flow their business a little bit better. So fair enough. So peace, love, and happiness and cash flow to all you guys. We hope to see you on the next Notary Cash Flow Academy, where we have Tech Amaku. Damn, I'm gonna get your last name right though, bro. But I really appreciate you guys. We had a really nice packed room today. You guys were awesome. Thank you for the participation, and we will talk to you guys soon. You heard?